This is Monday, April the 13th, and this is Dorothy Simon sitting in for Jim Lakey over here at Cable Channel 3, and you can catch us on the web 24/7 at sandylandcenter.org, or you can come and see us. I love to invite you for our coffee morning, and the coffee, believe you me, is always good, nice and hot and stimulating. So come and see us anytime. We are here every weekday from 9 until 12. And the weather for today, Monday. You know, they say April is known to be the most dangerous month for tornadoes. And true to form, we've had our share of tornadoes across the country in the last couple of days. And but today, at the start of this week, the story is about heavy rains, flash flooding, and heavy thunderstorms are in the making as a cold front will stretch across the southern plains. As it moves eastward, it will collide with warmer air from the Gulf of Mexico, and this will result in heavy rain and thunderstorms. And as these prolong, that's when we will see some of the flash flooding in some areas. Hopefully not right here in St. John. But generally in the Midwest, we should expect to see showers and thunderstorms as this threat supersedes that of the tornadoes. But right now in the square, it's cloudy. On the cloudy skies, it's right about 58 degrees, and that pattern will sort of continue for the rest of the day. The sun will come out some, it will be partly sunny, with a high near 68, with the winds coming in from the northeast at 13 to 15 miles per hour. And if you suffer from the pollen and allergies, the pollen count will be still quite high today. And tonight, it will be partly cloudy with a low at around 44, and the winds coming northeasterly at 6 to 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have a 10% chance of showers after 5 p.m., and it will be partly sunny with a high near 65, east-northeasterly winds at 6 to 11 miles per hour, and that wind will turn to the southeast in the afternoon. And again, the pollen count will remain quite high. And tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we have a 20% chance of rain before 9 p.m. And it will be mostly cloudy with the low around 45 and the wind coming in from the south-southwest at between 9 and 11 miles per hour. And the humidity will begin to rise. We should see about 70-71% humidity. Wednesday and Thursday, the patterns seem to be pretty much the same. The chances of rain increases to 20%, and we have a 20% chance of thunderstorm and showers with a high near 70s. The wind south-southeasterly at 8 to 13 miles per hour. And the night, we have a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms with the mostly cloudy skies and the low near 48. And Wednesday and Thursday, we should see the higher pollen counts also. And the weekend, throughout the weekend, this pattern of high chances of rain will continue. We'll have showers, and it will be partly sunny, partly cloudy. The highs in the high 60s and the lows between 45 and 49 degrees. And a 30% chance of showers as the weekend comes. I know the farmers are grateful for the rain, so we won't complain about that. That's a good thing to have right at this time of the year. Of interest today, why do people lose their eyesight? There's a couple surprising causes. People with diabetes are at a greater risk for eye disease. That's a well-known fact. What is not so well known are the number of physical ailments that are underlying factors for many eye problems. Sleep apnea is one of them. Sleep apnea is one such condition people with sleep apnea, which interferes with breathing during sleep, are at increased risk for glaucoma. And the reason? This is because the liver, which breaks down nutrients and transfers them and oxygen to the eyes, is most active during the night. And when you interrupt the sleep pattern, when the sleep pattern is interrupted, the person stops breathing during the night, and that lowers the amount of oxygen that is readily available to the retina. And this is a well-known, this is not a well-known fact, but a major cause of glaucoma. Sleep apnea sufferers are likely to develop glaucoma within 5 years of its diagnosis of the sleeping dysfunction. The gold standard for treatment of sleep apnea is a continuous positive airway pressure or machine that helps to make one's breathing easier at night. So if you suffer from sleep apnea, get treatment for it. And people with the condition should make getting a yearly eye examination a high priority. Get treatment if you have that problem. That is quite interesting. So, mark your calendars this week. Lots of things have been happening. And this time of year is particularly busy. So, for birthdays, anniversaries, and community events. Yesterday, we want to celebrate the Christie twins, Tara and Teresa. They had their 18th birthday, so congratulations. And they're also featured in last week for some of their basketball activities at St. John. So congratulations to the twins. And today, Monday the 13th, we have April Kanoki, Sarah Sizemore, and Brandon McCandless. And tomorrow is Ryan Christus' birthday, and Friday is Stacy Fisher's. So give these people a call, congratulate them, send them some flowers, phone calls, or cards. And mark your calendars also. Today, right at 2:30, we have Read Around the Square. Take a break, bring a book, and join the elementary students at St. John in the Square at 2:30 p.m. for some reading. If you have time, do join them. I'm sure they'd love to see some of the adults in our community. And if there's inclement weather, they will do that in the library. Mark your calendars also for the St. John Recreational Commission. Their lunch brunch will be taking a trip to Seward Mom's Bar on Thursday, and that's Thursday, April the 16th. The bus will leave the center at 10:30 a.m. and return about 2:30 p.m. And the cost is just $5 for the transportation. Mark your calendars if you are a contractor for May the 11th, because bids are due at the Stafford County Economic Development Office at 3 p.m. from contractors interested in contracting for the construction of a single-family residence at 501 West St. Paul in Stafford. So, mark your calendars for that. Mark your calendars for Thursday too, and this is quite interesting. Over at the Wits Center, on consecutive Thursdays, they have a supper at 5 to 5:30, a meal, and then there's a class at 5:45 to 8:15, and they will be dealing with healthy relationship, and it's free. The meals are free, and the snacks are provided free, and up to $100 in Walmart gift cards to each person. And you need to call to sign up. There's a toll-free number, 1-800-766-3777. And they have, after this, every relationship has its own story. What do you want yours to be? and discover how you can strengthen your own love story wherever you are in life. Find relationship tips and listings of the local places. They have them in Dutch all across the country, the state. Within my reach, relationship education, and within our reach, marriage enrichment groups at the kansasloveletters.com. So call over at the Parish Center if you're interested in that. And there's something for everybody, if you're married or not. It sounds like very useful information. But did you vote on Tuesday? If you did, I'm sure you're glad you did. So we want to congratulate the winners of last Tuesday's county-wide elections. For St. John's City Council, we have the two incumbents, Troy Hansen and Bob Steinmates, and the two challengers, Scott Clausen and Marshall Sanders. They are the 4 out of 5 candidates who had the highest votes for those seats. And for the USD 350 School Board, of the 6 candidates vying for 4 seats, the winners were incumbent Chad Fisher, who was unopposed, challengers Derek Foote, who was unopposed, and challengers Darren Brummer and Deborah Waddle. And Debbie actually won by 1 vote, so voting is important. And we want to congratulate the young people in our school district have been busy and quite productive, but I just want to bring to your notice the music performance at the Regional Musical Festival. And we want to congratulate Brooke Schultz, who received number 1 in vocals and regionals, and Bella Martinez Haskins, who received a 1 in vocals, and Taylor Clark, who received a 1 at Regional Music Festival in drums and vocals. And the USD 350 St. John Hudson High School music performed very well at the Regional Music Festival in Larned 2 or 3 Saturdays ago. The choir received a number 2, and the choir was only 4 points away from earning a number 1 rating, improving greatly from their last performance. So congratulate these students. They have multi-talents, and I'm sure it takes a lot of their time and effort to compete in these. And a lot of these students also keep up with their grades as well. I think that's just commendable. So if you see these students, do give them your congratulations. And mark your calendars also for the meals at the services at Maxville and or Center here, Sunflower, provide. Today over at Maxville, they're serving up a tuna salad with deli fixins and confetti cottage cheese and apples. Tomorrow they'll be serving up ham and beans and with a tossed salad with strawberries and pears. And on Wednesday they'll be serving up grilled chicken, salted potatoes, fries, corn, and bun with a fruit mix and mandarin oranges and marshmallow. And that's over at the Maxwell Center. And over here in St. John, today they're serving up porcupine meatballs with mashed potatoes and cauliflower. Tomorrow they'll be serving up roast turkey with gravy and sweet potatoes, southern greens and rolls and all the fixings, very healthy. And on Wednesday they'll be serving up a pork fritter, au gratin, potatoes, cabbage, and white cake. And on Thursday they'll be serving up a potluck espresso with wild rice, broccoli, and mixed greens. All very healthy. And I know they are willing to deliver the meal to you, a hot lunch during the day, if you do call them and make your reservations. So if you're incapacitated and need that service, please call over at the center. And our thought for today. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life just gives you time and space, and it's up to us to fill it. So have a good afternoon and enjoy the rather cool weather.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
But most of all,
this is the greatest story ever told.
this is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I know you're going to enjoy the incredible journey you're about to embark on. The story is brimming over with tales of mystery, intrigue, adventure, of love, heartbreak, and triumph, of power, of struggle, and finally, of redemption. But remember, the Bible is not 100 ancient, unrelated paintings, but a mural all knitted together to tell the story of God's great love for us and the extent to which He will go to get us back. I know you're really going to enjoy and appreciate this wonderful experience as you fully explore how we all fit into the greatest story ever told, God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I'm Ray Davidson, pastor of First Southern Baptist Church here in St. John on the corner of 2nd and Exchange. We would like to invite you to come and join with us as we look at God's story, the story of God's interaction with man. We'll begin on September the 7th at 9:30 a.m. with a worship service, followed by at 10:30 with Sunday school. This is a study for everyone in the family. All of the children, young people, adults will be studying the same lesson so that we can talk about it at home as we go through the week. We invite you again to come and join us on this 31-week study of God's story and man's story.